1963. Well, 1960s President Kennedy was the first Catholic president ever elected. He did a good job. We had the Bay of Pigs, and I was teaching school at that time, and we were all on closed campus. The teachers were all told not to say anything to the children. The married teachers got to go home with the children. Anyone who did not pick up their kids, all the single teachers had to be there and stayed until it was over, but it never did go into a huge conflict. They gave in. See, 1963, November, President Kennedy was assassinated in Texas. It was on a Friday. It was a whole weekend of mournful music, and his burial was on that Monday. Everything was closed. Everybody was in tears and in mourning. After that, it was Martin Luther King who was assassinated, and Bobby Kennedy, his brother, was assassinated after he gave a speech in Los Angeles. Someone from the kitchen staff came. Sirhan Sirhan supposedly killed him. It was never proven, but he's still in jail and will never be released. It was the era of the Vietnam War also, where there were such atrocities. A friend of mine was a Marine pilot with John McClane, who was in the Vietnam War and became a prisoner in one of those horrific camps, and is now in politics in Washington. My friend knew him well, and we did not win that Vietnam War, and the planes brought back all of our Army personnel, and the planes landed and no fanfare. The parents, loved ones all came to help them off the planes and just cried. Everybody was crying hysterically. I guess the only good thing of the 60s were the TV shows. We had the fun shows, the musicals, a lot of musical talent on TV shows, a lot of, let's see, Perry Como had his own show, Dinah Shore had her own show. These are the old-time classics. Went to many of those, saw the Jacksons when Michael was just a little boy, saw the Osbournes when they were, Donnie and Marie were just the tiny kids on TV. Johnny Carson was there with his hysterics. Those are the 1960s. I think it ended sadly. There was a conflict between Israel and Egypt, and the passageway between them, which is called blank, blank, blank. They were shooting across, and they were stopping all the shipping. That was world news.